this is an important story that we broke a little while earlier. A special CBI court has dropped the case against the 3 remaining accused policemen, including in the Ishrat encounter case. The court also categorically says that the encounter is not fake. It does say that there is nothing to show that they weren't terrorists. I want to say good evening to Mr. N.K. Amin, who, remember, has been discharged earlier in the entire case. But I think it's very, very important, Mr. Amin, to talk about the entire case, the entire timeline. The court today has some scathing observations to make. And, I have to ask you this. Why then, for the longest time, sir, we had a particular group, a particular lobby that always had questions to ask? Why?
Yeah, thank you.
Sir, can you hear us?
First, yeah, thank you. Yeah, I can, yes.
Go on, please.
Thank you. First of all, I congratulate my colleagues, the officer who were facing till the trial, 3 officers. I congratulate to Gujarat Police Organization, and this is the great verdict, unique of its kind. And it is welcome. I thank you, the Judiciary Gujarat, Indian Judiciary, for such an unique verdict that they not only exonerated the officer, but proved it is a judicial observation that the encounter was genuine and not fake.
Okay, Mr. Amin, you do make that point. Now, I want to just put out an excerpt of what the court said, sir. The court said the order is passed with the application of mind, and the government has also come to the conclusion that the offences committed by the present applicants are such and which have been committed while discharging their official duties as police officers, and also the investigation against the accused is not proper. The court said that there is no evidence against the accused. I today want to understand from you, sir, you have been at the receiving end for a very long time. There are parallels also being drawn about what happened with the Batla House encounter. You had the same group of people who, were crying hoarse, who wanted to politicize the entire issue. I mean, what is a larger message, sir, today that you would want to give out?
See, everywhere such molds are existing, and they have their own methods of survival. They see some foods and some sweet in this encounter also, and they started doing their own malpractice, misusing the law, misusing the media, and they have used every instrument against us. But it was very unique at that time, that first time in the history of police administration, the police were targeted by the political group or the political sympathizers.
But why, sir? Why were you people targeted?
We were targeted because there were a zero tolerance of terrorism in Gujarat. We were targeted because we were loyal to our duties. And we were targeted because there were some hidden political agenda at the relevant time. So I may not put my foot into that mud, but there was an evil political agenda to the extent to topple the elected government of the state. And for that, the police officers...
Mr. Amin, sir?
Please.
Yes, complete your point, sir.
For that purpose, the police officer were targeted, police officers were pressurized, they were given the coercive treatment by every means. Their family members also were harassed to some extent. Their families suffered. They changed the affidavit. Not only that, the confession of the David Headley and all the intelligence input were suppressed from the Indian judiciary. Thereby, they tried to succeed in their mission, which was very evil, but ultimately, the judiciary did the justice. Late but not least, again, I welcome the verdict.
Now, sir, because, there are obviously parallels being drawn about what happened post the Bartla encounter. And I raise that because, you have seen a lot of politics on this. These were issues that were picked up in particular by political parties. Do you think things have changed? Are these netas getting the message? Is that political class that, chooses to fight for causes that it believes can help them politically, but not on the ground? Have they got the message, sir?
This is a clear message on every front. I will put two issues, two facets. See, these are the people, I rather, say to the chief of the army a dirty words. These are the people, they criticize Indian army. These are the people, they ask for the evidences for Pulwama. So it is not new for them, but they started playing such a political trick that the people who are responsible for the maintenance of the internal peace of the country and for the maintenance of the external peace of country, who are a neutral, impartial, honest and upright agency, they have their patriotism inside, more or less. And they do their duty with an utmost dedication. But they were targeted. That was a surprise. And that message to be reached there to them took at least more than 10 years. But the message is very clear. Again, I thank judiciary.
All right, Mr. N.K. Amin there speaking with no holds barred there and making it very, very clear that these, remember, are cases that are only and only looked with facts, not with any political color, sir. Thank you so much for speaking to us here on Republic.
Thank you.